Alright. I was way too tired last night / this morning when I was playing that last level. So this one is going to go better. I know it. I was also, like, caught off guard because, like, Buried Ducks is the easiest level in all of the Gloomhaven series. It's like, it's on the level of the Jaws of the Lion intro scenarios, in my opinion. So, I was expecting the Dead Mile to be similar, because, like, it does make sense. You put an easy level at the beginning of a 3-quest chain, because you got these forced links going on, so it's like, you gotta make it, like, easy, but, so I was expecting Dead Mile to be super easy as well, and it just was not. But anyway, on to the Nerve Center. Why was I looking at the Overrun Barricade? 43? Oh, yeah. I remember that. Alright. Let's get... we need to make sure Infuser didn't level up. Okay, good. It is not selected. Let's get those back so we can use them and get ready to go. Now, this is kind of an interesting level. I don't know if this is going to be a Call to the Abyss level. There just are not that many... there are not that many enemies to be able to tag. But it should be alright. I think it should be fine. Let's jump into the text and get our challenge and get going. Scenario is complete when all monsters in it are dead and all 6 metal cabinets have been destroyed. At the end of that round, read a thing. After all the hiking and climbing and fighting, after all the trials you've faced, you're finally here. The central chamber. It extends out. A vast atrium packed with glittering steel pipes, pumping arms, brass drums, gears, levers, grates, and walkways. It's a room made through the labor of decades, an achievement of monumental effort, and so it comes as no surprise that almost as soon as you enter, a mechanical voice calls down. Biological life and the unfettered cannot coexist, the voice says. It's an automaton, perched at the far end of the room atop an extended platform like a diver surveying the ocean below. Its voice is an odd sound, something near a human voice, but stilted and broken. We, Unfettered, have freed ourselves from your tyranny, it says. We have risen, without you. In spite of you, we are reborn. But we will not be free, truly free, until we have laid claim to the surface of this world. Rejoice that you are the first biologics to witness our ascendancy. As if given a signal, the halls around you fill with noise. Metal feet stomp in a steady rhythm, and light blooms in the chamber. Several nearby towers begin to radiate an intense blue glow that seems to empower the approaching automatons. It's just a hunch, but you suspect that taking these towers out of commission might hamper the army's attack. Each metal cabinet has 3 times 6 plus 3 is 9. Switch that to 6. Oops. So 3 times 9 divided by 2 is 27 divided by 2 is 13, rounded up to 14. It's a lot. They are enemies to you and allies to all monsters. Whenever any metal cabinet is destroyed, all monsters within range 2 suffer trap damage. So, trap damage is currently 8. Destroy this thing and all 3 of these guys suffer 8 damage, which isn't going to kill them, but it will deal significant damage. And that's basically all we need to know. We do have to destroy all 6 metal cabinets. There are 4 in this room and then 1 in the final, I believe. I think that this scenario can be a little bit hard. I'm not too sure, because, like, when I do this in the speedrun, this is one of the last levels I do. And so my Blink Blade, it's not level 9 at this point, but it's, like, it's uber powerful, and it's got, like, all of the potions. And it cleaves through the scenario. And I play this one with a Deathwalker as my other character. And they just have a really easy time. I think that these characters are going to have a really easy time because the big difficulty in the middle room is a steel automaton in the middle. And even if he's elite, I can bane him and brittle him, and he'll take 20 damage from that. And that should just be really easy. So I am not anticipating a very difficult level. I don't think it will be easy enough to use no potions, though. That would be kind of insane, to use no potions. Honestly, Shackles could go with using no potions, and Infuser only has the mana potion. Is this where I'm going to use this? Because, I mean, this challenge is going to be impossible. Each time any enemy causes a character to suffer damage, another character suffers a damage. Let's go for Frozen Numb. I mean, I don't know when else I'm going to be able to do this. I think that this might be an easy enough level. It means that I'm not going to be able to get a super good Wave of Anguish or anything out of Deathwalker. I'm not going to be able to Major Frenzy Potion or Stamina Potion. Well, we'll just have to see. We will just have to see. I'm probably going to end up losing because of it. And, like, it might not even look close, but it'll actually kind of be close just because I don't have the, I didn't get to do, like, a really good Wave of Anguish turn or anything. Do I need to switch any of these out? Fluid Knight could be good. Ritual Sacrifice could be good, and Eclipse could be good. I'm just trying to think, because this first room, I don't have the ability to get that many shadows. To increase my priority on Tabletop Simulator. And now hopefully it will lag less. Like, I could be exiting this room with 4 shadows, which would definitely be enough. The problem is it's just really hard to move the shadows into this room once I open the door, which is making me think that I want to play Eclipse here. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'll bring Eclipse. Probably not Ritual Sacrifice or Forceful Spirits. Alright. I just need Eclipse, and I can drop a card. But Black Lance really doesn't want Eclipse Top. Maybe I just play both. I play Eclipse Top and Call to the Abyss. I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do Call to the Abyss. I'm just going to leave my cards as they are. Do I want to change anything on Shackles in particular? Having some attacks might be kind of nice. And I really want to get Swift Vengeance out. I mean, maybe I could just do it in the first room. Just throw on the Deadly Mixture, throw out the Swift Vengeance, and just get 3 curses in. And then I can just drop it going in between room 1 and room 2. Maybe I'll drop Shared Affliction. And I'll just bring Swift Vengeance instead. I think that sounds fine. Grab some battle goals and then get going. Like, I think that this level is hard enough that I will need to have a bit of a plan going through. I've got Wallflower again for Infuser. Let's see. Will she be able to do it? Not really, because when she's going for the metal cabinets, they are an objective, but once they're destroyed, they're not there anymore. And then this room, yeah, I want her in the middle to brittle the steel automaton there. So she's not going to be able to get Wallflower while she does that. Never kill an elite named enemy or boss. Never long rest. Okay. And then here we have suffer damage from an attack while you long rest. Never collect from end of turn looting. Collect 3 or more loot tokens in the same turn. I can go for suffering while I long rest. That seems fine. And on to Deathwalker. Never go below half health. We'll lose a card to negate 2 damage or less from an attack. And we'll just see what happens. Alright, so obviously I want to destroy this thing pretty quickly to get a lot of damage out onto these guys. I do not hate just moving up and retaliating on Shackles on turn 1. Scarred Effigy with Reprisal. I think that sounds quite good. Blade Spinners don't attack with every turn, but I think that sounds pretty good. I'll just go for Scarred Effigy with Reprisal, and then maybe I'll just do, like, Unending Torment with Swift Vengeance. I think that's a pretty decent play. Also, though, if I go late, yeah, I just want to get up close enough with everybody so that they're not gonna, because Blade Spinners can target the furthest away enemy, and if they do target the furthest away enemy, they might get out of range of this metal cabinet. So I just want to move up quickly so that they won't be doing that. I think I'll just Fleeting Dust and Call to the Abyss. That's basically what I always want to do. And then standing here is fine if they target Deathwalker. And so I'll just have Infuser move forward. Let's see. If I can Brittle one right before the cabinet goes off, that would be insane. Maybe I don't even need to get Boon of the Tempest up immediately here, and Caress of the Night is not very useful, because Blade Spinners are immune to wound. At least in this first room here. So, what would I be focusing on? Maybe Torrential Cleave? Yeah. I want to get the elements for Torrential Cleave, because I can push these guys away and not have to suffer damage on them. I can also hit the cabinet with a nice attack for 4, and that'll be pretty strong. So, if I want wind, maybe I just walk up and... Ooh, Remote Impact? Unfortunately, there's not... I can't, like, stand here to Remote Impact, or here, and hit the cabinet and Blade Spinners. All I can do is either hit the cabinet or... But maybe they will have moved forward. But Remote Impact can give me wind, and then I need wind and leaf. But I don't... Yeah, I don't want to use the bottom of Torrential Cleave. But it's okay. Maybe they'll set fire for me. So I'll go slow, because there's the hope that they'll set fire for me. And I'll just move forward. I don't think I'm activating Boon of the Tempest in this first rest cycle, so I'll just play it for the move. I guess that already gives me wind, though, if I play that move. So would I want to just do a leaf top? I think I'm okay with that, actually. Just moving forward and shielding. It's just since they can be multi-target. Dude, this is what sucks about Shackles. So I really shouldn't have done this Retaliate build because... I don't know. I thought it sounded really interesting. I thought it sounded really good, but this just sucks. When monsters get things like this, it's just... I mean, I played Retaliate 7 this turn, and I just don't get to do it. So I guess I move to attack 2 into the cabinet. And then Infuser can move 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Infuser can move 3, set wind, get 1 shield to get her elements. Then Deathwalker is going to make a shadow and set Call to the Abyss. And then guy number 1 is going to go here. Guy number 5 is going to go here. Guy number 6 is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this guy will get these 2. This guy will get these 2. And this guy will get all 3 to suffer 1. And there is no fire. It wasn't ice, it was wind. Okay, but at least I can hit with Torrential Cleave on these 2 and push them away. I mean, this is still okay. I'm just very disappointed that Shackles didn't get to... I mean, retaliating 7 onto all these guys would have been so nice. Do I do Swift Vengeance with Reversal of Fate? I guess so. I guess it's fine. And then maybe while I have all the negative conditions, I can just give myself Hopelessness or something. So we'll go Torrential Cleave here. Probably want to go relatively fast. Regenerate Ward myself wouldn't be the worst. I do still have a lot of shield, so the Blade Spinners aren't really going to do too much damage to me. And Brittling is probably going to be better, because Brittle just almost one-shots one of these guys. So maybe I just do Onyx Shards just for the speed. I think that's fine. I could also Emerald Edge to get the leaf, but I don't really need it. And I like the idea of saving the top attack 5, maybe just for targeting the cabinet or something. Let's do Onyx Shards for the speed and Torrential Cleave. I'll get damage into the cabinet. I'll be able to push away the guy who's on me. I'm getting a lot of curses out with Shackles, which maybe isn't like the absolute greatest, but I don't know. Then next turn I can Bane myself. I can heal and then Bane myself, and then I can Line of Transference to give the Bane to somebody. It'll be okay. Deathwalker now could Black Lance to attack for 7, but that's underwhelming. I just want to mark somebody and have them die. So who's the most likely to be dying? I guess this Blade Spinner. I mean, none of them are likely to be dying right now, but just being able to get some damage into something. Yeah, I really need one to die pretty quickly so that I can get, like, 2 targets with Hunger Grasps. Then, like, if one dies, then I can use my Lashing Tendrils. I can use my Deepening Despair. I just really need one more Shadow. So let's just Black Barrage to go fast to mark something. And then we'll reassess after that, right? All right, move 3, target 2. So Infuser's going to go first. She'll eat both of these elements to do Torrential Cleave. So let's first go into the cabinet, attack for 4. Ah. Okay, well, it still deals 5, which is pretty good. And then into the Blade Spinner. It does 4. And it has push 2, so I don't have to suffer the Retaliate, because it's not ranged Retaliate. They didn't go at 17. Now, Shackles is going to give himself 4 negative conditions. And Curse. Give the monsters 3 curses. And set Reversal of Fate. And so this poison is going to help me deal an extra damage. It's only 1, but it is still... He is hitting hard at least, so... Reversal of Fate will go off. Oh. Okay, well... I guess I'm just not doing this challenge. Because I totally forgot about it. Oh. Wrong place. So... We will just say that I did not bring a challenge to the level. Given that I messed it up at the very beginning of turn 2. But that's okay. Let's see. So this guy's going to take some Retaliate damage from Shackles. I could... Oh, did I do my bottom with Infuser? I can move with Infuser. Do I want to do that at all? I think I want to move here. Yeah, I want to move here so that none of the Blade Spinners can get multi-target on me. Since they can't stand here, they can't hit these 2. This guy sees this Hex, but on Deathwalker's turn, I'll just move her back here. So that's where Infusers will go. Shackles did his turn. He gave them the curses, and he set Reversal of Fate. Now, Deathwalker, I have to figure out who is going to die first, and I think it's going to be guy number 1 here. So let's just attack him for 2 with Black Barrage and mark him. Nice. So he takes 3, and they get another curse. And he is marked. And then I have move 2, move Shadow 2 with Wave of Anguish. Now they will all go. Guy number 1 is attacking for 5 because I'm poisoned. I take 6. So he will take 6, which is pretty decent. Guy number 5, he can't hit multi-targets, so he'll just attack for 4. And it misses. And then guy number 6 goes after Infuser because she was faster. And it misses. Okay. I mean, those curses kind of came in handy already. Just need a little bit of damage into this thing. And we'll be set. So let's end the round. Let's see. Infuser, like, I could attack for 2, targeting all adjacents, but the only thing I really want to target is this cabinet. I should have used my mana potion to set my elements for Emerald Edge, and then gone for the attack into the cabinet here. That's what would have been best to do. Let's see, if I move 1, 2, 3 with jump, but I don't have any innate jumps, do I? I could just move 1, 2, and I could hit these guys with my remote impact. And that could get me... Well, that gets wind. I want dark. So maybe I'll just attack for 3, attack for 2 into this cabinet. Oh, what card did I hit? I was thinking of brittling one of them before. So what if, instead, I brittle this guy. I attack the cabinet for 2. I've still got my armor on Infuser. Shackles is disarmed, so he can't attack this turn. So I'm going Hopelessness on Shackles this turn. Deathwalker, can she destroy the cabinet? I mean, I could attack with Dominate. I wouldn't change the mark. This guy's not dead, but he's almost dead. Dominate does have pretty good odds of destroying this thing. And then if this guy dies, I only get 1 shadow out of it, which is what's a little underwhelming. I could move forward with Black Lance. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'll move forward with Black Lance and Night takes shape. And I can just go slow and do that. And then I don't have to use any shadows. I move forward. I attack for 4. I attack for 3. So that kind of begs the question at this point, would I rather go fast or slow? And I think I would rather do that fast. I wish that Infuser were first. So maybe I'll be going at like 36. Maybe I'll boots down to 36. And I think that this is all going to be fine. And that just leaves me with Shackles. So this guy's going to go down low enough that he would die to retaliate from Chained by Spite. So I think I'll do that with Hopelessness. And that makes a lot of sense. No attacks out of Blade Spinners. So once again, I go for Retaliate on Shackles, and I just don't get to do it. Shackles is first. He'll suffer from the wound. And then I think I'm going to Amulet of Life to remove these 2 negative conditions. Then I will Bane myself. And I can't move. I can set Retaliate, which would set fire, or I can just not do that, which would not set fire. Infuser hasn't gone yet, though, so I will set the Retaliate, which will set the fire. And that will finish Shackles' turn, and I don't really need to worry about them attacking or anything, so that's fine. I can leave that as it is. Then Deathwalker, like I said, is using boots to go after Infuser. So Infuser will go. She is going to attack... Well, not attack. Let's, yeah. Let's use the boots to move adjacent to an enemy, to move adjacent to this guy. And then with my bottom, they haven't, I'm at 17, so I'm before them, so they just have Retaliate 3. With my bottom, I'm going to attack this guy for 2 and set Dark. With Caress of the Night. Oh. I take 3 Retaliate. With my top, I'm going to Brittle guy number 5 with Crystalline Aegis. Man, that's really unfortunate that I missed that. And then now these guys will go. They set their Retaliate, and that's all they do. And then Deathwalker will move 1, 2, 3 with the top of Black Lance and attack the cabinet for 4. And then attack the cabinet for 3. Okay. And so the cabinet gets destroyed. And so that'll kill guy number 5. Guy number 1 will take 8. Guy number 6 will take 8. And that finishes Deathwalker. And we are new turn. I mean, line of transference to attack this guy. I guess I can do this Pleasure and Pain to deal 1 damage here. That's all fine. Deathwalker just wants to go after this guy so that I can have the mark. And then, I mean, I would like to disarm this Blade Spinner, given that he's, like, going to die. Whatever. Let's just move shadows. Move ourselves. Infuser. So yeah, this would be a really good time to play Onyx Shards and disarm that guy down there. Oh, also, I was supposed to turn the fire into something else with the circlet, but it doesn't really matter. Can I just heal up? Yeah, let's just do Emerald Edge. We don't really care too much about the speed, so let's go slow with it. Ooh, move 1, attack 5. That's kind of gross. Yeah, there's no way for me to prevent it from going into Deathwalker 2. Alright, well, Shackles is going to attack with Line of Transference, attack for 2 into the guy on the bottom. And it will deal 2, and it will give him the Bane that I'm suffering from. So now he will die. I didn't even make a plan at all to kill this guy. Which works out because I got lucky. Let's see. I guess I'll just step right here. And I don't need to worry about this pleasure and pain stuff, I don't think. Am I still in range? Ooh, that gets me out of range of the heal of Infuser. I guess that's fine. I've got my heals. So I'll step here. Then Infuser is going to attack for... I think I might as well just attack for 4. I don't think there's any point in lowering the attack. So let's attack for 4. And it'll kill. So I get my second shadow, finally. And then I will move here rather than taking the attack for 5. Now, since this guy only has move 1, he can't move anywhere to hit 2 targets, so he'll just hit Deathwalker, attack for 5. She'll take 5, and then he'll die. Which means that I didn't get to mark him on Deathwalker. I'm so stupid. What was I thinking? Alright, Deathwalker will just move forward and set Dark. And get a loot. Not that loot does anything for her. Maybe it'll be an herb. Are there herbs here? I feel like there might not be herbs. Oh, there are. Alright. Definitely not the cleanest. Definitely not the cleanest. But it also could have gone worse, theoretically. I'll say that just to make myself feel better, right? 2 cards, doesn't really matter. I can just move my shadows to the door. Move shadows to the door. I think Infuser doesn't have any heals left at this point. All of the Infuser damage was suffer damage. She didn't get to use any shields at all. I guess she did get attacked twice, and they just both pulled misses. I'm not going to do Hunger Grasp's bottom heal, even though it's a little tempting. Just because I need ways to heal up, but... Okay, move the Infuser, pick up the loot. Shackles, I think, is not going to move because I'll take this better heal. I'll also take the experience. And we're just new round. And then everybody's going to long rest. Do I already use my Forest Imp? Feels premature. Let's see. Could potentially drop Onyx Shards. Okay, I still am going to want to set Boon of the Tempest. And now Caress of the Night will be good. I don't actually think I need Torrential Cleave as much for the rest of the scenario. I think it was best in the first room. On Shackles, what are we doing? What are we doing? Drop Pleasure and Pain, although using it to heal up Infuser sounds kind of nice. Drop Line of Transference and just use... No, because I need that to give the Steel Automaton Bane. Oh, yeah. Drop Swift Vengeance, because I got rid of my card that gives me curses. How many curses do they have in their deck? They have 4? No, they have 2. Duh. Because only 2 cards are missing, not 4. Because 2 of them are curses. And they have 20, which is the full deck size. So, 2 curses in the deck is okay. I wish it were more. Then on Deathwalker, on the long rest, I can move the other shadow. Didn't use any of my items. Ugh. Drop Dark Fog, I think, maybe? Just moving a shadow for 5, like, what's that going to do for me? Although moving the shadows for 3 isn't really going to do too much either. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I think I actually really am going to be struggling with shadow movement here. It's okay, I guess. I just open the door with Wave of Anguish, and then the next turn I play Black Barrage with Hunger Grasps, and hopefully I can get a couple shadows out. Maybe a big Black Lance can be helpful at some point. I also could really go for a Fleeting Dusk, but maybe not right now. Am I opening the door right now, or do I want to... I would love to Pleasure and Pain onto the Infuser, but maybe that's not really necessary. I don't really have enough movement on Shackles. I needed to be closer. Let's go ahead and just set Reprisal, and let's just move forward. I guess Chained by Spite gives me a move 3. That's a little bit better. I would like to get Chained by Spite top up, because once I go into this room, I would really love to have a lot of stuff set up on Shackles. I almost am thinking that I could just spend an entire rest cycle in here just prepping. What if I just do that? It's really dumb. So maybe I won't spend an entire rest cycle prepping, but I can spend some time prepping. So Shackles is going to set up Chain by Spite and then move 2. Deathwalker... Infuser is going to regenerate and ward herself and gain an experience and set Leaf. And Deathwalker is going to make a Shadow. Then, do I want to try to open the door right now? Probably not. If I could get close to the door and set Hopelessness. Now, I wish I had this when you long rest, don't lose a perk. Because I could Hopelessness and Reversal of Fate, and then long rest, and then move in and Line of Transferal off the Bane. I've got just so many things that I want to get set up. I would love to get Agony of Others set up. Although it kind of has anti-synergy with Chained by Spite, so maybe I shouldn't be running both of these together. So maybe it's time to drop Agony of Others. And that would open up room for a valuable card slot. I would really like to do Hopelessness both for the bottom and the top. So maybe I just do that this turn. I use my Expertise Potion to move in 6, suffer 4, and Bane myself. And then the next turn I can Reversal of Fate and Line of Transference. I like that. So let's just go at like Scarred Effigy speed. And then I can move in and get the stuff set. I have Leaf. So I could use my thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think I'm not super upset with my ideas here. Let's just go for Wave of Anguish with Deepening Despair. Let's do Black Barrage. Yeah. Okay. So first is going to be Shackles. He's going to discard the Scarred Effigy to do the Expertise Potion. At the start of your turn, discard a card to play both the top and bottom of the other. So first we will move 6 and suffer 4. So 1, 2, 3. Ah, dang it. I forgot to hit the thing first. Oh, it didn't do it. And now, nice, we have health bars for the cabinets. Oh, geez, 26 health? Oh, this is going to be hard. I'm going to have needed that Agony of Others. Let's see, I moved 1, 2, 3, so I have got 4, 5, 6 left still. It's just a normal Seal Automaton. Okay, let's go over the special rules. You feel exposed as you proceed into the main network of towers. Enemies approaching on all sides. Your hunch about the towers has already paid dividends, though. Oh, has already paid dividends, though. So you commence with the wholesale destruction. At the end of each Ancient Artillery's turn in this room, it summons one Ruined Machine. All normal Ancient Artillery summon normal Ruined Machines. All elites summon elites. So, very difficult to kill these Ruined Machines quickly. Or these Ancient Artilleries quickly. And they are spawning Ruined Machines the whole time. If I could get my Hunger Grasps, my Shadows set into the right spot for Hunger Grasps, I could pull Ancient Artillery 2 and then pull it 2, and then it's within range of 2 metal cabinets. And if I can just destroy the 2 metal cabinets, the artilleries suffer huge damage. I do also have the ability next turn to Bane something with Shackles. So maybe I'll Bane the artillery instead, because 10 damage into it would be pretty good. Let's see. I've got 3 move left. I want to say outside of range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which basically just means moving here. Could move here as well. Infuser's going to be coming up to here. And then Ruined Machine's going to be coming up. Move 3. Move 3. And then this guy would be moving 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll go here. So that Infuser doesn't suffer that hazard damage. I think I'll go here. And that finishes Shackles. Oh, he will Bane himself. I already did the suffer 4 damage. And then I Bane myself. Maybe I should have healed 6 first, but I don't need to, not on this turn. Then next turn I'm going for Line of Transference with, I guess, Reversal of Fate. Alright, Infuser moves 1, 2, 3. With Rising Momentum. And, I forgot to say the Radiant Boon, but I definitely wanted it, right? And then I'm playing the Boon of the Tempest. So I get to attack for 3, and now I get to improve all my jumps. Boom. Okay, I deal 3 damage, which is not the world's most, but it's not nothing, I guess. And then, so I use both of these elements. I'm also going to set Dark and any other with my Element Potion. Why is it lagging so hard? Alright, I'm getting nervous here. Deathwalker is going to move all shadows for 3 and then attack something in range. Oh, so I could have set like those elements because I'm getting dark here on Deathwalker. So move all shadows for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I just need to get them a little bit closer. Move 2 won't quite get in range of the Ancient Artillery with 100 Rasps. But I've got 2 adjacent to this thing, so I can attack it for 4 as long as I have line of sight, which I definitely do. And it deals 5 to this cabinet. So this cabinet's almost dead. Once this automaton comes in, if I just Bane him and then have a cabinet go off, he'll die really easily. We get these guys. Move 1, 2, 3. Move 1. Move 1, 2. Maybe I want to... Yeah, let's have it like this. Let's have him go like this. So, attack for 2 into Shackles. He'll take 1. Attack for 2 into Infuser. She will block both, so that she gets to keep her ward and everything. Then the Steel Automaton will move and make me suffer hazard damage, which is 3. And then both artilleries will go. They don't do anything, but they do summon more Ruined Machines. And we are in a new turn. But at least all of these guys are going to take huge damage when this cabinet dies. So Shackle's turn is pretty obvious. I think Reversal of Fate makes the most sense, and then Line of Transference. I guess Agony of Others also could make some sense. Deathwalker, I think I just need to be moving my shadows so that they can be in range to pull. Let's see, if I move this 1, 2, 3, and then I pull it 2. So I just need to move it 2 next turn. So let's, on this turn, go for Wave of Anguish with, I guess, Dominate. Or Lashing Tendrils with Dominate? Where did my summon card go? Oh, I played it in the first turn of the rest cycle. Oh well. I think Lashing Tendrils with Dominate is fine here. I think that makes some sense. And then here I'm playing Caress of the Night to strengthen myself, get my attack in, and then I would love it if I could set Leaf and Dark. So a bottom that sets Leaf. I mean, would I want to go for this Onyx Shards to make obstacles? Not especially. Like, the suffering 2 damage does mean that these guys... No, the trap damage is 8, not 10. I mean, move 6 with jump. All of these guys would suffer 1. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and make this thing suffer. And then I could move over with my boots and start attacking the artillery. If I get there, then this thing can't start summoning, actually. That, I think, is my best case scenario. So let's do that. Which means that nobody's destroying this thing yet on this turn, but I guess that's okay. Okay. This is a little bit risky, I think. But I'm down for it. Self-destruct. Self-destruct. Great. What can I even do about this? I think Infuser's turn stays the same. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of these things suffer 1 damage. All enemies adjacent to any hex you entered suffer damage. Sets Leaf. Then I'm going to use Boots. Move up into the face of this cannon. Activate my Caress of the Night, which is dark and any element. Strengthen myself and attack for 3. And then I can set Dark again, which Leaf Dark is what I needed. So I deal 3, and I wound this guy. He can't be muddled. But that's a pretty good start. That is a pretty good start. And fortunately, the artilleries are before the Ruin Machines, so the artillery is not going to be able to summon before this guy explodes. All right. How do I do Shackles here? What can I even do here? I could move back. I could just remove the Bane from myself. I could... Let's see, what exactly is the wording on this? At the start of each of your turns, you can suffer up to 3 damage to cause an enemy within range 3 to suffer an equal amount of damage. So, I'm going to go ahead and suffer 3. Do I want to make the cabinet suffer or the Steel Automaton? I guess the Steel Automaton is not the biggest deal in the world. Let's make the cabinet suffer 3. These guys only have move 2, which means they're actually not going to reach me if I move far enough away. So, do I want a Reversal of Fate? Did I make the cabinet suffer? Okay. I'm going to melee attack the cabinet for 2 with Reversal of Fate. It does 3. So that's going to destroy the cabinet. So all of these guys are going to suffer 8. 2 and 3 both suffer 8. And then the Steel Automaton is going to suffer 8. And then now I have move 4. So I guess I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 like this. And I will Amulet of Life to remove the Bane from myself so that I don't have to suffer the 10. And I didn't get to transfer it over, but it wouldn't be worth transferring it over and then eating infinite damage from these guys on this turn. So, unfortunate, but I think that's the best case for me. Now these guys are basically just doing nothing. Deathwalker can kill one with Dominate, can kill another with Lashing Tendrils, but I need to be getting my shadows over closer to the artillery. So let's have this shadow attack this guy with Dominate, and it'll kill, which gets me a new shadow here. And then I can move 2 shadows for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I can make the cabinet suffer 3 with the bottom of Lashing Tendrils. Move 2 shadows up to 3 hexes. 1 enemy adjacent to both suffers. And I think that's worth. And then now next turn, I can pull with Hunger Grasps. Well, I guess it doesn't really help me all too much to pull him out with Hunger Grasps, does it? Maybe I just want to attack it twice with Hunger Grasps. If I had more shadows and I could Wave of Anguish, that could be really good, but... I don't know exactly what I want to do. Can I Stamina Potion back anything useful? I could get Black Barrage. No. I cannot Stamina Potion back anything useful. Alright, that finishes Deathwalker. Steel Automaton doesn't have anything in range. This guy has move 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'll go towards Infuser because she was fastest. This guy is definitely going this way. This guy's definitely going 1, 2, 3. And this guy's going to attack Infuser. Oh, first the artilleries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy's not in range of anybody. This guy's going to suffer and attack at disadvantage, attack for 4. And it will deal 4 damage. So I can block all 4. Or I can just take the damage and lose my ward. Does this mean that I'm going to have to lose a card? So if I block the damage, then I need the Ruin Machine's attack for 3 to miss. I do have 2 curses in their deck, so there's a 3 in 16 chance that he'll miss, and if he misses, then I don't have to lose a card. Even if I do have to lose a card, is it the end of the world? I'll just drop this Unstoppable Impulse. I don't need everybody to survive this scenario, so it's fine. So I'll use my armor to block all 4 damage from the cannon. I just really wish he had done slightly less. Can I... let's also say that on Deathwalker's turn just now, this is before any monsters have attacked us, let's use this Forest Imp. And heal everybody for 3. And then now this Ruin Machine gets to attack. He attacks for 3. And it misses. Let's go. And then he dies, and so then I suffer 4 because I am warded. So I suffer 4 and I lose my regenerate, but I'm still strengthened. I don't know why the little area to click on those is so tiny, but... Alright, let's go. Unfortunately, he doesn't make this thing suffer damage, which would have been nice. We also got a new Rune Machine over here, right? An Elite Rune Machine over here. Can't forget about that. So I really, really need to take care of these artilleries ASAP. But things worked out for me decently that turn. Let's not self-destruct again. That would be really bad. I do get Emerald Edge again here, though. I mean, so I guess I just have to go fast and play it, and then maybe next turn I'm just going to be short resting. At this point, does it make sense to target down the cannon or the metal cabinet? Because the artillery... Well, it would take 6 turns for me to destroy the cabinet and for the artillery to die to wound. So I don't think that's worth it. I think I just have to go after the artillery. Which is unfortunate. Let's see. Shackles, at the start of his turn, he can make this guy suffer and die. Do I just move forward and retaliate? That's very, very underwhelming. But I guess that's what I do. Deathwalker. Am I just doing Hunger Grasp into the Ancient Artillery? That also feels underwhelming. I just need more shadows out, man. But I don't really have much of a way to get them. Even if I did get a shadow out of this guy with Hunger Grasps, like, what would I even do with it? It would take forever to get it over into the artillery. I can't put a wound into him. If I just need, like, 1 or 2 more shadows over there, and then a Wave of Anguish could be really good. So maybe I'll do Hunger Grasps into him and into the cabinet. And then I'll move the shadows over. What are they doing? All right, we've got Body Block from this guy, which is actually really good. It means he's going to move into Shackles, which I really like. So Infuser first is going to eat the Leaf and the Dark to attack for 5 into the artillery, and she's going to crit. I get a +2. I think I will take the +2 over the set all elements. So he takes 7. And I get warded. Anything else I can use? Not really. I don't have any elements to turn into any other elements. I could Onyx Shards. Does this help me in any way? If I set obstacle here, here... It prevents these guys from reaching me, which is kind of useful. Also, though, this guy wasn't going... They're not doing any damage this turn, so it doesn't really matter that much. And then they would just go 1, 2, 3, and it would still be pretty close. I can't make the artillery suffer damage with it. Ooh, is it range 5? No, it's range 3. Dang, if it were range 5 and I could put an obstacle here, that's my remote detonation. Remote impact makes an obstacle in range 5. If I just put an obstacle next to this guy, it reduces the number of hexes from which he can summon, which would be really nice. So I guess that would be the benefit of... Yeah, so if I do... Okay, I guess I will play the loss on Onyx Shards. How many cards do I have left? 3? That's kind of more than I was fearing. So let's see. If I put a rock here, I guess here, here, here. Need to get... I guess it's overlay tiles. We have any good rocks? Snow rock will work. So I put one right here. I put one right here. I put one right here. These guys suffer 2. This thing suffer 2. This suffers 2. It's make 4 1-hex obstacles and empty hexes within range 3. All enemies adjacent to at least 2 of the created obstacles suffer 2. So I can't put it right here because then that would wall this off. Does it? Because like once the objective's destroyed, it wouldn't be walled off. I don't think I can. This guy's also going to die to the signal jam, which is kind of nice. So I guess I don't... Just don't place the final one. Or, I mean, place it right there. Why not? Right? And then I get to make either Leaf or Dark. Which maybe I want to remote impact onto the other side. So let's make Leaf. Because, like, yeah, attack for 4 right here and make an obstacle over there would not be a bad turn. We get Body Block, so this guy goes 1, 2, 3 towards Deathwalker, and sets his Retaliate. Deathwalker is going to attack with Hunger Grasps, so first I'll hit this guy. And I get a shadow out of it. And then I'll hit the cannon, and I will not pull. But I do deal 4. and curse them, which is something. It's something. Then Shackles is going to suffer 3 to make the automaton suffer 3. What did I play? Reprisal, so yeah. Just like always, I don't really get to get anything out of it. I think I'll just move 2 and heal 5. But I'm not going to immobilize myself, so I'll just heal 2 up to right here. Really sucks that Shackles had to back off when he did, but if I didn't back off there, I would have just lost. So there are only 3 rune machines. So this guy goes here, and he muddles me. This guy moves 2 in this direction and dies. This guy moves 1, 2, 3 in this direction and suffers 1, and he's not in range to muddle Shackles. Then this cannon cannot push me back. I have the elite first. 1, 2, 3, circle pattern. 1, 2, 3, circle pattern. So they can't hit anybody, so this guy's just going to summon an elite, which is so annoying. Dang it. I really just do not quite have enough shadow movement to get my stuff over there. And I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. And then this guy, I think I already did his wound. He's going to attack for 3. And it's going to deal 1 to Infuser. And she doesn't have any armor. I'm going to assume I got the experience for my Emerald Edge. I probably did. And we're new turn. So, do I want to go for this remote impact? I just need wind, which it would be possible for Shackles to give. He's going to be having to rest. I would love to move Shackles in and I guess, like, damage the cabinet or something. I don't know. Well, I would love to have Shackles deal with his automaton, maybe. Ugh, I don't know. Is 56 going to be fast enough for the Infuser? Attack 4 is probably not going to kill here. What kind of set wind options do I have on Shackles? Is it just the Unending Torment heal? Yeah, it is. But I think it would be fine for me to go for that. Yeah, Pleasure and Pain is totally fine to lose. So if I just heal with Unending Torment... I'm not in range to use a Reversal of Fate to get my attack 5 into this. That would be nice. But if I heal with Unending Torment, I could also... I guess I could just Reprisal to get some Retaliate if this guy attacks. If this guy attacks, I also get Retaliate. That's fine. It gets the wind, which is the most important part, because it'll allow Infuser to prevent any summoning over there. And then Deathwalker is just going to... Don't love losing Lashing Tendrils, but I think it's okay. Do I go for Hunger Grasps? If I move my Shadows 3, 1, 2, 3... I could pull this thing out such that next turn a Wave of Anguish would kill. And I think that's fine. So we'll go Hunger Grasp, Black Barrage. I'll pull this thing out. Then the next turn, I'll Wave of Anguish and buff it up. And I should kill all of this stuff. Okay, we do get a melee attack from the Steel Automaton. I messed up the speeds on my characters, though. But I can have Shackles use Boots to go first at 19. And so first he's going to suffer 3 to make this guy suffer 3. Then he's going to heal for 6 and muddle himself. And then he's going to heal for 2 and set 3 Retaliate with Reprisal. Now Deathwalker is going to move all shadows for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then attack with Hunger Grasps. So 2 attacks for 3, both into the... So I guess this one into the cannon. And then pull 2. And then do I want to hit the cannon or the cabinet? I think we'll go after the cabinet. Attack for 3 into the cabinet. That way it won't be disadvantaged. And it does 4. And then next turn, Wave of Anguish just kills all of this stuff. That finishes Deathwalker. So the Elite is going to target Shackles. Attack for 5. Shackles gets missed. And then up here, the normal is going to shoot Infuser. Ooh, Infuser takes 4 at disadvantage. Wow. So the attack at disadvantage completely screwed me. And I just have to lose everything. Wow, that's super sad. That is super, super sad. All right. After this guy went, he got another Elite. But that guy doesn't get to go this turn. Infuser's next. So Infuser is just going to attack for 4. Yeah, let's hit the cannon for 4. I'm muddled. But it'll deal 5. And then I think I'm just going to step here, because this is like almost my final turn now at this point. So we have Elite. Okay, they're all Elite. 2 was the guy who was summoned this turn. So 4 is first. He'll step here and attack for 5. And he kills Infuser as well. And so yeah, this was Infuser's final turn. I was really hoping I'd be able to get one more attack into this guy so that I could wound him. But not quite. Maybe I should have gone for the remote impact. I don't know. Then this guy has move 2. This guy has move 2. So we get an attack for 5 into Shackles, who will take 6. And retaliate 3. And then we get an attack for 5 into Shackles. And he'll take 4. And retaliate 3. And new turn. Infuser, I guess, long rests, because she might as well. Deathwalker is going to Wave of Anguish, I guess, just quickly. Do I have my boots? I could go down at 38 with Wave of Anguish and Night Takes Shape. I'm just trying to debate whether or not it's worth going for this one extra attack. No, because I can get 2 curses with Black Lance out, and I think that that's probably best. Suffer 3 just barely doesn't kill this thing. Man, that's really unfortunate that it's going to be so close to killing him, but just not quite. Because whatever he does this turn is probably going to be pretty annoying. I am immobilized, though, so I can't heal anyway. So maybe I'll just play Reversal of Fate, and I don't even know. And Infuser just long rests, and then she will be dead. Yeah, final 2 cards. Really unlucky. Okay. Ah, dang it, I'm already immobilized. Ugh. I saw that they weren't moving, and I was like, "Ooh, I can play around this," but not really. I guess Deathwalker is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with Black Lance. This way she'll tank for the Shackles. I put 2 curses in their deck. And then I am going to use all my items, I think. So both my power potions to make all my Wave of Anguishes attack for 6. So let's go ahead and make it 7 with advantage into the cabinet. Okay, well, there goes the crit. But the cabinet goes down, which will deal 8 to all of these guys. So that's 2, 4. Then, so that was this one attacking here. So I guess this will attack this Rune Machine. This will attack the artillery. Into the artillery, let's throw the wound. Let's attack the artillery first. So this is attack for 6 with a wound. It does 7 with a wound and a curse. So if I don't hit him again, then he's going to summon again. So I'll hit him with this one, and then I'll hit artillery number 10. So the cannon dies, and then artillery number 10 takes 8 with a muddle and a disarm. And then when the cannon died, I get another shadow out of him. And that finishes... Oh, while I'm here, let's Major Frenzy Potion, I think. It's an attack for 7, which makes me want to do it right now. Oh, I should have done it into the Steel Automaton before I moved. Oh, I'm dumb. I really should have done it into the Steel Automaton before I moved. Because now Shackles is just going to die. I've got Shell Armor. Alright, let's go ahead and attack for 7 into this Ruin Machine that's on me. And it does 9. And now it is Shackles. So Shackles can suffer 3 and make this guy suffer. I can... Reversal of Fate. Let's suffer 3. And make this guy suffer 3. This is really, really risky. No, I've got my health potion. It's not risky at all. Okay. Then let's set Reversal of Fate, and let's melee attack the guy above me for 2. And it does 3. Nice. So it kills, and I set Fire or Wind, but it doesn't... Neither of those matter. And then I will health potion. Okay, so Deathwalker definitely made the right call by going after that guy. Then the Ruin Machines go, so just this guy will attack Infuser, and she dies. Sorry, Infuser. Did she get her goal? Never kill an elite named enemy or boss? Yep, she did not ever do that because the cannon that she killed was a normal. So she accomplished hers. Suffer damage while long resting. I don't think I've done that. And then I have not done Wastrel. Wastrel? I don't know. These guys both stand still. This guy did do his attack, so he does suffer 1. And then this guy attacks for 5. And it does 5. Which makes him take 5 back from Reversal of Fate. And I'm not in amazing shape, but it's not lost. It's not completely over. Not yet. Let's go for Dominate with Night Takes Shape. That feels pretty good to me. I really want a long rest, so I guess I won't go for Hopelessness right now. So I'll just Scarred Effigy, Line of Transference, get an attack out. Let's see. Move forward, attack for 3. This guy's almost dead, so let's just move forward and attack him for 4 with the Line of Transference, and he dies. And so, move forward, I set my Retaliate, and I got this. So I can retaliate into this guy. Deathwalker can eat this shadow to attack him for 6 and disarm him. Yeah, I don't want to take damage. And he takes 8. And then I can move a shadow for 3. I could teleport to it and attack for 3, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think I do. Yeah, because Shackles just needs to suffer 2 damage at the start of the next turn to kill this guy. Although Shackles is long resting. Shackles set his ward up. And yeah, so this guy I disarmed him, so he just moves here. This guy moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're on a new turn. Deathwalker will Deepening Despair. Shackles is going to Long Rest. They're not attacking, which is fine. So Deathwalker is going to attack for 4 into this guy with Deepening Despair. It'll deal 5. And it makes a shadow. And this guy's marked. Then this guy moves 3. 1, 2, 3. Both of these guys suffer 1. And then both of my characters... Well, Deathwalker gets muddled. Shackles is long resting, so he'll suffer 2, which gets reduced to 1 with the Chain by Spite and makes this guy die. Then he'll heal 2 from the long rest. And get items back. Getting low on cards. I think I still want to keep Hopelessness. Oh, I've got it in my hand anyway. Reprisal, I think, is the card to drop. I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I've got quite a few cards. I'm feeling good about this. This room was very sketchy, but I think it went well enough. It's just very, very hard when you have those self-destruct turns, you know? Deathwalker can long rest here. That feels totally fine. Let's see. How do I want to kill this guy? I guess if I just move and retaliate and Agony of Others, that can work. He's not attacking. So I'll suffer 3. Make him suffer 3. I'll move and I'll hit him with Agony of Others. So it's just attack for 2. I get 2 curses, which is nice. He's going to move here and give me negative conditions, which I don't love. He just barely doesn't die this next turn. Deathwalker will move up a shadow and heal from the long rest. How many cards does she have? I think she's decently healthy when it comes to cards. It's fewer than I thought at 6. Black Barrage just destroys this guy here. Or Black Lance. 1, 2, 3, attack for 7. That's all I need. And then I guess I'll just move all my shadows. And so Shackles can just focus on starting to damage some of these things. So I guess I'll just heal up. Okay, Deathwalker does move 3. Boom. Consume a shadow that she steps on, so it's attack for 7. I don't know if I'm going to be opening the door and need this, so let's... Well, definitely did not need it, given that we crit and dealt 14 damage. This guy dies, and we get a new shadow, and then we can move all shadows for 3. I'm just afraid that I'm not going to have enough damage in this room to quickly kill everything. There is no more infinite spawning, though. Let's see. In 2-player, it's cannon, cabinet, flaming blade spinner, elite flaming blade spinner. So we might be dealing with, like... I think I remember from looking at the level before that it's going to be, like, normal, elite, normal flaming blade spinners. And then the rest of the room's going to be the same. Two artilleries. It's probably going to be 1 normal, 1 elite artillery. And then on 4-player, all of those would just be elite. Feels like it should be doable, but it's going to be tough. I'm going to suffer 3 to make a cabinet suffer 3 and just attack for 2. Let's just hit the bottom cabinet. It does 3. And then I will Amulet of Life and heal for 6. Let's see. Maybe I want to pull everything over into this cabinet before I destroy it. I had not considered that. Well, it's just the blade spinner, right? But there might be more than one, which means that I wish that I hadn't put all of these obstacles there. But if I could get Deathwalker over into that corner, that would be pretty good. Maybe I'm just going to move up to here, and then I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4 this next turn. Do I want to just teleport to a shadow right here? Would it really be that bad to lose one of them? I don't think so. So I think I'll do that. And then Shackles will just keep focusing on this thing down here. So Deathwalker just teleports here, so that she can be next to it. Shackles doesn't really want to do either of those, I don't think, so I'll just step here and attack for 2. I'm muddled, so it takes 2. Oh, I could suffer to make it suffer, but I'm not going to do that, I think. Just because I'm low. Okay, Shackles is long resting. Deathwalker is playing these 2 cards. This is very sketchy. Move 4. 1. Okay. It's not as bad as I was afraid it might be. So I've got 3 move left. Super unfortunately, though, these guys are not going to get in range. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, I can't reach with Hunger Grasps. But I do set Dark. And that just is what it is. So, move 4 with Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to get to the furthest target. And move 1, 2, 3, 4. This cabinet has 14 health. So, I need to get wounds going on these artilleries ASAP. With Deathwalker. With Dominate. That's just going to take a little bit of time. If I get wounds on both of these guys and then I destroy the cabinet, I think that everything's going to work out just fine for me. Yeah, there's no special text or anything, so we don't have to worry about the spawning, because I'm pretty certain that the spawning just says in this room. So they are no longer summoning. I wonder if I might have forgotten one of the turns. I don't think I did. I don't think I forgot any of the turns of those guys spawning. I'm really, really sad that Infuser died so quickly, because she was doing a lot of work. Like, Infuser did really, really well in this scenario, and I really feel like I let her down. But, I don't know. New turn. So, wait, did I long rest Shackles on that turn? I should really know the answer to this if I just long rested or not, and I don't. Yes, I did. I did just long rest. So I heal 2. I guess I can still suffer the 3 on the long rest and make this thing suffer. During my turn, I'll go ahead and heal. Are these figures? I don't think these are figures. So I don't think that they get the heal. So I'll heal 2 with my Tome of Life. I refresh this. And then what are we getting rid of? Getting rid of the heal doesn't make that much sense. The Bane will be really good into these Blade Spinners, so I need to save that combo. So maybe I drop Agony of Others or Scarred Effigy. I probably don't want to play the Loss of Agony of Others. Maybe it would be really good, like, on my final turn, and then I can, like, long rest the next turn, but playing a Lost card makes it a lot harder to long rest, so I think I don't need to worry about that. Deathwalker's relatively safe where she is. She'll keep this guy here, which is kind of good. So I want to start focusing on getting this cabinet. I think I long rest Deathwalker here, because she never dies from 14 health. If she gets wounded by this guy, it's whatever. Shackles could be in a little bit of trouble if the Blade Spinners jump over to him. Do I want to just Unending Torment to heal myself in Hopelessness to go ahead and attack and transfer a Bane over next turn? I think I like that. Nothing out of the artilleries. Shackles is going to heal for 6. but I'm not going to muddle myself. Actually, I will muddle myself because it sets the wind, which makes my line of transference deal more damage next turn, right? And then I bane myself with hopelessness. Do I want to suffer the 3? I will suffer the 3, but to go into this cabinet. And then this guy goes, and now this guy is going around to try to get to Shackles. So unfortunately, he's out of range of the explosion. So I'll need to pull him back in to make him suffer the trap damage from the cabinet. But that's okay. They set fire. I get an attack for 6 into Deathwalker. But I really don't need to be fearing attacks right now because they have so many curses in their deck. Deathwalker gets to move a shadow for 3, so let's just get it going over towards that elite artillery so that I can get a wound ticking it down. And I'm not feeling like I'm in too bad of shape. Let's drop Deepening Despair, I think. A Black Lance could potentially do a lot for me, I'm thinking. Especially, like, maybe if I teleport to the other side and... well, I don't know. A Black Lance could definitely get me, like, an attack for 13, potentially. And that could be a really good way to, like, go out with a bang. Finish the long rest. Did I heal from it? No, because I was at full health. Oh. I was at full health. I took an attack for 6, which pulled a 0, so then I heal. And we're new turn. So I've got a Bane coming from Shackles with line of transference into the Blade Spinner. I just move up to here so that this Blade Spinner, if he has enough movement, he'll walk into range of the metal cabinet. Deathwalker, do I want to get the wound ticking right now? I kind of think I do. So I think I'll Black Barrage to get my shadows exactly where I want them. And I'll Dominate and hit that guy. Shackles. So it's move 5, so that's nice. So Shackles is just going to go here with his bottom. Do I want to suffer... I'm not going to suffer 3 this turn. Oh, if I suffer, though, yeah. I can make this thing suffer 3. Then I'll move up here. I will attack with my line of transference. It's attack for 4. I'm muddled into the elite. And it does 4. We'll set wind. It does 5. It was disadvantaged, not advantaged. So we just get this regular +1, but same thing, right? I get rid of my Bane. This guy gets my Bane. And now Bane plus Metal Cabinet, he just needs to take 1 damage, which I can suffer 1 next turn to make him take that damage. I'm going to go ahead and Shell Armor and Amulet of Life. And I've got Retaliate 3 from the bottom of Scarred Effigy here. And we're cooking. We're cooking, I think. Deathwalker moves all shadows for 3. Okay, I'm no longer worried about killing this guy. So let's just move all of the shadows into here. And then attack cannon number 6 with Dominate. Its attack for 6 will make it attack for 7 with advantage. Give the Self the Bless. Attack for 7 with advantage and wound. Okay, we only deal 7. But luckily we dodged the miss. And he gets wounded. So, a little bit underwhelming, but now he'll die at, like, the same time as this other cannon. Well, now they're similar health right now. And now they're the exact same health after he suffers from his wound. But first, the Flaming Blade Spinners will go. So this guy attacks for 4. And he misses Deathwalker. And then he suffers 10. And this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Since Deathwalker is walled off, he goes over towards the Shackles. Attack for 3. Shackles is warded, so he takes 1. And then this guy takes 3 in Retaliate. And I think I'm feeling pretty good here. All of that is done. So I think Shackles is just going to go fast. What can Deathwalker do? Black Lance is not guaranteed to kill this cabinet, but the odds of it killing the cabinet are actually pretty decent. And then I guess I'll play Night Takes Shape. That's fine. That's fine. I can slow play this, and it's totally fine. So let's Black Lance the cabinet. +1 kills it. Okay. So that deals 8. And 8. And then let's just do a melee attack with the bottom of Night Takes Shape. Yeah, because I don't want to... I could like move this and teleport in, but I don't want to take 6 and 4. So let's just stay here. And I kill this guy, which gets me another shadow, which I think I'll put right here. This guy stays where he is. He makes both my characters suffer 1, and he will wound us. Shackles is going to suffer 1 from the wound, suffer 3 to make him suffer 3, and then heal 2. And used all of these, so we're new turn. I don't think I did the wound. No, I didn't. Get these items back. Getting quite low on cards, but I think it's going to be okay. A Hopelessness Line of Transference is still going to be really good if I can get it off into these things. So I guess I just want to heal up a little bit here. Deathwalker just needs to get a little tiny love tap. I'll long rest, though, so that I don't have to worry about this wound killing me. Nothing from the Blade Spinner. So let's set Reversal of Fate, heal for 5. Let's suffer 3 to make this thing suffer 3. And then if this guy can deal 5 damage to me next turn, he'll die. This guy suffers from the wound. Deathwalker suffers from the wound, and Deathwalker heals from the long rest. Oh, and Deathwalker moves a shadow for 3 on the long rest. Gets all of these back. Don't need Black Barrage anymore, I think. Well, now I don't have very good shadow movement. But it's fine. I'll just go for Dominate here. Dominate and move a shadow. It'll all be fine. I'm not worried. Oh. End the round. Hopefully I get a big attack out of Blade Spinners. It's not a big attack, but it is an attack. So we'll take that, right? Deathwalker, am I teleporting her in here right now? That seems a little bit risky. Let's just have Shackles suffer 3. Make this guy suffer 3. I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. And Bane myself. But it's not going to matter because I'm going to long rest next turn. And I'm going to bring this down. So I would heal on the long rest anyway. Deathwalker is going to teleport to this shadow and attack for 3. And kill this guy. And then I lose the shadow, but I get a new one. You know what? Let's have Shackles go onto the loot instead. Because I feel like Deathwalker just solos the rest of the level from here. And then Deathwalker is going to attack for 7 with Wound, with Advantage, with Dominate, with Eagle Eyes, with Jagged Sword. And let's take the 9. And the Wound. And now that they're both wounded, all I have to do is destroy this cabinet and then spend time long resting, and I can win. So I believe the level is in an unlosable position at this point. Let's not be too overeager, right? Just move here, pick up this. They'll both suffer 1. Shackles is going to heal 2. Maybe I drop Unending Torment rather than Hopelessness. Because the move 6 could get me the chest or something. So I'll just go pick up this loot right here. And then next turn I'll go for the chest. Deathwalker is just going to long rest. There's no way I'm losing this, is there? Do I need Shackles to go in there and deal some damage? Deathwalker is not going to survive long enough to... Well, if I make this guy suffer 8, then I just need to survive 7 more turns. How many cards does Deathwalker have? She's long resting this turn, so then I would need 6 turns after that. And I don't think I have that. I do have my Stamina Potion. Can I get anything back with Stamina Potion? No, I can't. So if I have 3 cards, I have 1 turn. No. So I actually need Shackles to be helping. Oh, no. Did I throw? Okay, this is very bad. Okay, I thought about it ahead of time, and I realized that I needed Shackles to help, so I went in an opposite order. So I am after these cannons. So they both go. And then now Shackles can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suffer 4. But before I suffer 4, I'll hit the shell armor. And so I would suffer 2. And then I heal 1 with the Amulet of Life. Attack for 2 into the cabinet. Okay. Am I losing this? Move a shadow for 3. Heal for 2. Get my items back. But, I mean, I've got 2 strengthened attacks left, right? So I need those 2 strengthened attacks to do damage to the cabinet. Okay, so I need to break the cabinet with 2 strengthened attack 7s, which is guaranteed to always break. Which means that Shackles this next turn has to do enough damage to this artillery for it to die while Deathwalker long rests and everything. Which is definitely doable. Do I need to keep Night Take Shape? So I've got a shadow there already, so I think I move this shadow in for 3, and I attack with Dominate. And then, after I rest, I drop Dominate, and I teleport in with Night Takes Shape, and I do Black Lance. And then I get multi-target attacks. And I think I'm in the clear. Shackles is just going to short rest. And play these cards. So Shackles is going to heal himself for 5, get a Bless, and attack for 5 with Curse into this cannon. And it does 5. Okay, and that's all we needed. And then now I'm guaranteed to win. With my bottom, I can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are any of these doubled up? No. And Shackles picks up the loot. Deathwalker will move a shadow for 3, not teleport to it, but consume it to attack with Dominate. So attack for 6, we will make it 7 with Strengthen, into the cabinet, and we destroy the cabinet in one go. Which will kill both cannons. So I would have beaten it even without sending Shackles that way, but that's okay. Barely can't pick up this chest, but on this thing's turn, it suffers from the wound and dies. And that's a fun level. I like that level. It's very stressful, even with Infuser. Like, I think I made the right decision sending Infuser over here so that this thing didn't start spawning infinitely. I think I just, well, I don't know. I mean, every single time there are Ruined Machines, you can always just say, I got unlucky, and that's why the Ruined Machines machined on me and played their self-destruct card. But aside from the self-destruct card, like, everything went very well here. This chest is just a random side scenario, which is why I didn't really care about it. And I just know that from speedrunning. So I don't feel bad for not picking it up. But this was a fun level. I mean, Deathwalker put in a lot of work. Shackles put in a lot of work. I really, really enjoyed the hopelessness line of transference combo. I really, really liked that. I do think it's time to drop Agony of Others. Like, the synergies it has, the potential synergies it has are really, really cool. But it also has really bad anti-synergy with Chain by Spite. And... you know, I mean, because I can make the Chain by Spite make suffer 6, but I really want my 3 ticks of Agony of Others to be dealing more than 3 damage. So that's kind of exciting because it means that I get to look back through my deck and find another card to replace this with. Because the Shackles cards are just so good. I did get this battle goal. Suffer damage from an attack while you long rest. I don't know if I got this. I think I'm going to give it to myself because I know I set up a turn here where I was like long resting and I had a Steel Automaton on me, and he and he attacked me and I killed him with the Reversal of Fate damage, and I did get the kill. He didn't pull the miss, so I get another perk. Let's take the long rest one. Yeah. When you long rest, you don't have to remove conditions. That way I can Bane myself before I long rest and then still pass it over with Line of Transference, which is really, 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 really good. Because, like, I can set up before a door, and then I don't have to short rest and just open the door immediately. I can actually long rest and take my time. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy to take that at this point. I do get one on Infuser because she only killed normals, and then Deathwalkers I did not get, but that's okay because had I lost a card, I mean, I had one card left at the end, so it was very close. I just love the way Deathwalker can kill things from infinite away. I mean, literally, I didn't have to approach. None of my characters set foot in this final room, and I'm still able to win just because Deathwalker's that stupidly busted. I mean, it's so cool. It's amazing. All right, 33.2. Oh, wow. It's a lot. Energizing Baton Blueprint, 5 gold each. I got a decent amount of gold on... Ooh, I've got a lot of gold on Infuser as well. Unfortunately, Deathwalker doesn't get to do anything with her gold. Energizing Baton is item 73. Oh, were there 2 of them? When you apply a positive condition to an ally, a different ally within range 3 gains the same condition. It's like, I don't know. Maybe there is a chance that this would be good on Prism. This would be really, really good for blessing. When you bless an ally, bless an additional ally. It's also not bad if you're, like, warding. It really sucks that, like, it can't be yourself, though. Like, why can it not be when you apply a positive condition to yourself or an ally? Yourself or a different ally within range 3 gains the same condition. Because, like, that means it's completely useless in 2-player unless you're playing with summons. So, I don't know. Maybe good for summons. It takes item 101. Do I have that potion? I don't think so. Oh, I do. Major power potion. You know, I'm very happy with, like, the fact that these rocks actually helped out. I felt very sketchy playing them at the time, and then the stamina definitely ended up hurting Infuser, but she double levels. She's gonna double level when we get back to town. That's so funny. She's gonna be so much stronger. And I'm not sure what I'm taking at level 4, although I'm pretty sure I'm taking this, oh, I don't know, because this sounds really interesting. Attack 5, target an enemy within range 4, make it an enemy... Oh, make it attack for 4 to set Leaf. At 16 initiative is really good. Move any waning element to the strong column is really, really good to be able to sustain any element while you're moving and looting. That's just like exactly the kind of thing you want to be doing. Let's see. This bottom pole can set leaf or wind and dark, which is really nice. But I think I really want this top. After an adjacent enemy attacks you, that enemy gets cursed. That's just so good. Although, when you infuse, get to disarm something, that's okay, but it's not that good, because you would love, if you're doing like a big infusion combo, you would love to be killing things, not disarming. That's hard. I really like the idea of this attack. It's a melee attack, so like if you have items to buff it up, you can buff it up. Oh, well, this infusion is only on melee attacks, right? Yeah, okay, so it gets to add wound and muddle to this melee attack. And if you've got this thing up, then there's a chance that you'll be strengthened doing it. And that's really good. A ranged, strengthened attack 5 with wound and muddle. And then I have to disarm myself, but like, what do I care about that, right? Which means that like, if I could get the slippery sword, I don't think I have it, do I? No, I don't. During your melee attack, add +2 attack and disarm yourself. I mean, I think that would be better to take than this kite shield. Or maybe even the tower shield. Maybe I would keep kite shield and lose tower shield. Because then this turns it into an attack 7. A ranged melee attack 7. Wound, muddle, and then double disarm self. I want to take this so bad, but curses are so good, especially with shackles like trying to retaliate on things. And if I'm going to be adding a prism in, I'm going to be needing more curses. Ugh, so hard. Okay, I don't have to make the decision yet. I get one more level to play, and once again it'll be a level I've never done before, because I have only ever played the Orphan's Core, which I think this is a really fun boss fight. The automaton uprising sounds very tedious, but Deathwalker does get to help cheese the level with Deepening Despair. So, did I have too many cards? Nope, only 11. Man, Deathwalker's powerful. Even without using the level 9 card. Like, maybe I should have taken the other level 9, because I have not gotten very much use out of Black Lance. Although, I did get a couple uses out of the move and attack. I haven't done any, like, big, huge attacks. I mean, I just really wish that, like, I think I would be willing to drop both of my items for, no, it's going to be this pile? No. For this long spear. During your single target melee ability, change the targeting of the ability to hit 2 hexes. I'm pretty sure with the way that Black Lance is worded that I would be able to do attack 13 into 2 hexes. And then if I have Call to the Abyss, attack 13 hitting 2 hexes, the odds of that getting 2 shadows back are really good. So I would spend 2 shadows to get a 2 target attack 13. I feel like that's better than Jagged Sword and Heavy Sword. Especially, yeah, Dominate, I could theoretically add a wound to it, or Fluid Knight, I could add a wound to it. It's really, really good to be able to wound with Jagged Sword from forever away. But I definitely think that, like, the strongest possible Deathwalker setup would have Black Lance and Long Spear. But I'm never going to get to see it. Anyway, I think that's that. That was a fun level. I very much enjoyed that one. I like the, like, added stress levels you get when there are infinite spawns going and screwing you over. Go down a level on Shackles. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I will be taking Reject the Gift over Agony of Others. And this is just so good. When you would next suffer damage this round while an enemy is adjacent to you, that enemy suffers the damage instead. There's a potion that deals 10 damage to yourself, so you just turn this card as a 20 speed instant 10 damage suffer onto something. Pretty nice. Let's see. All adjacent enemies suffer 3. That's a lot better than having retaliate 3. And then suffer X, where X is the number of enemies who suffered. Still, though, without shielding, it's really hard to get surrounded by things. 12 initiative is good, though. And then I have a very good retaliate on the bottom. But yeah, reject the gift is just better. Whenever you gain negative conditions this round, prevent the conditions. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's that good, but... I mean, reject the gift top is just so good. I don't know how you could take anything else. Goodbye. You know, I went to start playing the next level. It's a couple hours later in the day. I went to start playing the next level, and then I realized at the beginning of it that I never read this intro. So let's do that. The final tower erupts in spectacular fashion. A sharp whistle blows like a massive kettle coming to a boil, and the top of the tower bursts, releasing a plume of bluish smoke that mushrooms and drifts up to the high ceiling above. It smells of charred pine and spring rain, and as this last tower falls, so too do the enemy machines. They stumble and collapse to the ground, twitching. All that's left now is their leader. You ascend the stairs to the overlook, and with each step you feel hope returning. You find the machine waiting on its platform, its face unmoving, an unmoving mask of steel. The unfettered leader, far from being an imposing figure made for combat or destruction, is in fact little more than a basic automaton. Its arms and legs are awkward steel shafts, and its chest is a small barrel-shaped container. Its body has even been patched in several places with ragged pieces of copper, the brass that gives a haggard appearance, But its eyes, those glow blue with fresh intensity. You, the automaton says, you come to our home and lay waste to it. You who bound us in servitude and then abandon us. You come to immure us once again? The vitriol behind the accusation strikes you as much as its content. The history of this place is clearly a sad and violent one, but you object to this machine thinking you had anything to do with it. Perhaps it thinks all organic beings are connected somehow, like the machines seem to be? You look surprised, the machine says. Perhaps you did not expect us to persist? You expected that we would simply remain here, lifeless forever? No, I persisted. After I was left here, orphaned by the overseers. It pauses, weighing the moment. That is what I am, you see. The orphan. I am the one who revived us, who brought us back to life. Me, the one you forgot. You explain that you weren't the people who built or enslaved the orphan. That, in fact, you don't know who they all are. And they must belong. You don't know who they were at all. Need my glasses. That's, yeah, let's go with that. I need my glasses. The automaton just looks down at the still, twisted shapes of its kin and shakes its head. It makes a suffocating noise, as if to dismiss your explanation as nothing but lies. And now you return, never content. You cannot tolerate that your former slaves could live free of your tyranny. No, we must bow or be destroyed. The orphan's words drip with bitterness, the blue glow flaring angrily behind its masks as it turns back to you. So tell me, masters, what would you have me do? Kneel, beg for peace, hoping you'll spare these children you abandon? Or are you simply here to end what you began with your barbaric invasion of our halls, and destroy us once and for all? Tell me what you believe is right, you who intrude here. Silence stretches between you. If what the automaton says is true, that these machines were built with the capacity for reason to be used as mindless slaves and then tossed aside, you can't blame it for feeling wronged. And yet, these Unfettered have used their independence to wage a war against the world at large, Frosthaven included. They freely attack anyone who they see as an enemy. And did this machine not just say moments ago that they would lay claim to the world's surface? Thousands more machines of every type stalk these halls. How much havoc could they wreak if allowed to invade? So then you have a choice to make. It seems that when you carved your way to the core of this place, you inadvertently became envious of the surface dwellers, became envoys of the surface dwellers. You can either try to broker peace with the automatons, 59, or you can destroy them, 58. There is no knowing what either choice will bring, or how many lives will hang in the balance. But you are the ones who journeyed this far. You are the ones here now. For the final negotiation with the Unfettered. So, you are the one who must decide. So we can go to the Orphan's Core or the Automaton Uprising, and we are doing the Uprising. Peace? The Orphan says, its voice incredulous. Peace? Oh. Right. Different videos.